Now, I'd love to talk to you a little bit about what you're doing in the gallery, because there's a big night on Friday in Deal. I know that. It's
a fine gallery. In fact, I reckon it's one of the best, and this isn't just battering them up so I get another glass of wine. It is one of the best out of London, provincial, privately owned, properly run galleries we know. I mean, we know, my wife and I, we've seen them all.
I bet you have.
And this one is very, very good. It's a West End quality and
really
nicer people.
Oh, okay.
And so we're actually taking the work down tomorrow, or our men are taking the work down tomorrow. And during the week, the gallery and us will be hanging it. Friday evening, it's all got to be up, and that's when the Deal Festival begins. And apparently my whatever I do will be very brief then. I'm giving a talk the next week, a proper one, but then I'm just something very brief. It might be even as brief as the music that we recognise.
I hope it's not that brief. So which gallery should people head for?
It's called the Linden Hall Studio.
Okay.
And it's 32 St George's Road, right in the middle of town, just off the high street by the big St George's Church and the Town Hall, and it's excellent. And that runs from the 29th, from the 1st of July to the 29th. I think that's more or less the same time as the Deal Festival.
Yeah, because you're right. They kick off on Friday night. We will have more from the Deal Festival for you on Friday evening. We're hoping to bring that to you live as they launch on Friday evening, and that kicks off. But your exhibition as part of a festival must feel great, actually, being part of sort of lots of creatives at one place.
It's very, very nice. And the gallery, Miles, the gallery guy, he said, the music at the festival is rather, a little bit highbrow. I said, I can bring the brows down, don't worry. So, I'm looking forward to a lovely time.
And tell us a bit about the work that people will see, not to spoil the surprise, but just give people a flavour of what you'll be exhibiting.
Well, one is certainly a special etching that I did for them at their request, because I'm very interested in the Kent coast, or Kent in general, but the Kent coast. So, I've paid attention to Whitstable and Broadstairs and so on, and they thought it was about time that I addressed the Deal, because I've got family associations with Deal, which we might come to in a minute. But I said, it's all very well, but Deal hasn't got a harbour, you haven't got cliffs, and you haven't got a bay. But then I looked more carefully, and it's brilliant. It's a wonderful, many people's favourite seaside town. Old-fashioned, great. But lots to see, lots to do, and it's got a little pier. That's fine. No, it's a lovely place.
How big is the etching?
It's my what I call my medium. Oh gosh, what do you want it in lithographs, milligrams?
In sort of yardy meters.
1 foot by 1.5.
Fine, okay. So just to give me a sense of
yes, you've
scale.
just done it. That's it. This is radio, but
really
you can still wave your arms about.
Yeah, we all try. We need a webcam, don't we? Immediately, or not, maybe. So that's your etching. Then you've got other.
Another 70 or 80.
Oh gosh.
Spanning 50 years. No, 60, I suppose. Some of them go right back to when I first left Royal College. So, but it's a big exhibition. But it's not the biggest I've ever had. But it covers the years.
I think that's nice, isn't it, to show a sort of a history through your work as well.
Yeah. Yes,
and
where people are interested. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, I think.
Of course they are.
Pleased to say. They're interested in development and slight changes. Yeah.
Exactly. And I'm interested as well that you're an official ambassador for the County of Kent.
Yes.
Now, when did that start and how?
What, for me?
Yeah.
20 years ago.
And you're still doing the good work?
Well, I don't do much good work. I'm a Kent ambassador. I'm very, very proud of Kent. And it was a kingdom for 200 or 300 years on its own, and it was the only place that's really kept its name as a kingdom. And I write silly poems, as you've perhaps heard, and
You wouldn't have any off the top of your head.
Well, it's funny you should say that.
Excellent. This is a man who's come prepared. I like this one.
Well, this one's actually about Deal.
Oh,
I wrote a long poem called Home Rule for the Goodwin Sands. which I will read at Deal because, of course, they're close to the Goodwin Sands. And in my etching of Deal, it's got boat trips to the Goodwin Sands, and then in brackets, in smaller lettering, and back again.
That's a relief.
This is called, this is my family connection with Deal.
I was going to ask you about that.
Is that all right? I mean, it's 2 pages,
of course,
but it's big lettering.
But let's do it. Let's go for it.
It's called My Dad's Uncle Bill. My father had an uncle who made things out of wood. At making packing cases, he was specially good. Used for sending goods in ships across the oceans, protecting their fragilities from the ocean's motions. Bill had made a bob or two, they say, by all accounts, by making wooden boxes in astonishing amounts. Underneath the arches, as in that famous song, he rented them, and as today, to the railway they belong. Smoke and sawdust from his works had got down on his chest, so a move from the metropolis was deemed for the best. The doctor said to Uncle Bill, "They say you've got some wealth. Buy a place down by the sea to take care of your health." In those days, the doctors thought you needed seaside breezes, and Bill selected Brighton to take care of his wheezes. "Thank you, doctor," said Uncle Bill. "I must be in your debt." "Think nothing of it," said the doc. "Another cigarette?" The journey from new home to work, Bill found rather far, so lit another cigarette and bought a motor car. The Brighton house was very smart, in fact the height of fashion, but it was the motor car that really was his passion. Making boxes went so well, Bill grew even wealthier, but Brighton life and cigarettes helped Uncle get no healthier. So under Doc's instructions, Bill was duly sent to somewhere much more bracing in the eastern part of Kent. "Yes, I like this place called Deal. Fine expanse of sea. Just look at all those lovely boats. I'd best get one for me." He got his boat, his splendid car. For fun, he bought a cinema. Made chums with all the boatmen all along the Strand, and in the summer sunshine enjoyed the famous band. How he loved the healthy breeze and the smell of salty seas, studying the passing ships and making frequent fishing trips. So father's London uncle, Mr. William Steele, was rather pleased that he'd become a citizen of Deal. "I must tell that doctor how very well I feel, and let him know that for my health, my new home is ideal."
Bravo, bravo. That's wonderful.